Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Trivia 10 Quad 4. We're welcomed here with Marta McFly, newcomer to the Trivia 10. After last week, we had Kit Lazer be a newcomer to the Trivia 10 as well. So Quad 4 is bringing the new faces. Marta, obviously, I was on your podcast, I don't even know, a while ago at this point. It was probably uploaded a few months ago, but we recorded, I know, like way ahead of time. So how have you been? Are you excited for trivia? Nervous? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I know we tried to organize this for one of your previous seasons, but I was just like, nope, too nervous. But you know what? New year, new me. Let's get her done.
Love it. Love to hear it. Well, let's go ahead and get into this thing. We have new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. And if you're unfamiliar with Marta, you can obviously check out the description down below to see all the places where you can find her. But the first three questions we got for you are going to be multiple choice questions. So going ahead and getting into it. First question: in Thief, Frank is a jewel thief who owns both a bar and what as a front for his money? Pawn shop, car dealership, nightclub, motel.
Why am I blanking on this? Um, mm, 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 mm. Is it car dealership?
Locking that in?
Yeah.
It is car dealership. So you're nervous for nothing.
Okay.
You're worried you were blanking, but you
But these are the easy ones, no?
Well, the thing is, the trivia, you just never know. Like sometimes the questions I'm like, this is going to be impossible for them to get. They know it right away. Some of the ones I'm like, oh, this should be easy. You don't. It's really just about what random nuggets about movies stick in your brain and what don't. But off to a good start. You're 1 for 1 with 5 points. Going on to the next multiple choice question. In American Psycho, what is Patrick Bateman's favorite musical artist? Is it Huey Lewis and the News, David Bowie, Phil Collins, or the Rolling Stones?
Well, he has that entire spiel about Huey Lewis and the News, which, by the way, I have tattooed on me. But then he also mentions Phil Collins, does he not? Let's go. I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to say Huey Lewis and the News.
Going with the gut, going with the tattoo. Another 5 points, 10 for 10 so far. See, like,
but does he mention Phil Collins, or am I just making that up?
I'm sure he does, but Huey Lewis in the News is definitely the one he says is like that's his favorite musical artist. So 10 for 10 so far. Going on to the final multiple choice question. Where does the fateful incident of Vertigo take place? Is that Golden Gate Bridge, a cliffside villa, a high-rise apartment, or a bell tower?
Golden Gate Bridge.
It's actually not the Golden Gate Bridge, it's the bell tower. So they obviously show the Golden Gate Bridge, and there's the great cinematography shots, the beautiful colors, but the bell tower is actually where it all happens.
I was so confident, foolishly.
It's just, I mean, it's a good, fake answer because the Golden Gate Bridge is obviously like an iconic image from that movie people remember. But see, that's the one you never know with trivia. Like that's the one I thought I was like, okay, this is the one she'll probably get of the three if she's only going to get one. That's the one you don't get, and you get the other two. So we're at 10 out of 15. But multiple choice is done now. We're going on to just got to give me the answer. No multiple choice questions to choose from. What is the name of the late night show that Rupert Pumpkin forces his way onto in The King of Comedy?
Oh, God. I'm not going to get this, which is embarrassing because I watched this just last year in 2024. What is the name of the late night show? I'm not going to get this. I'm just going to go. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the one you're either going to get it or you're not. And I thought when you were about to say you watched it just last year, that you're going to say last night. I'm like, well, if you watched it last night, you probably should get this one. Last year, I would not blame you for it. It's the Jerry Langford show. Langford show. No points there, but again, not too crazy of an answer to get wrong. Question number 5 here. In Battle Royale, what is used to make sure students comply and cooperate?
It is it like collars around their necks? I'm gonna wait, do I want to lock in that? Collars around their necks. Or was it something that was like injected? No, I'm gonna go with collars.
Going with your gut with the collars. Collars is correct. Yes. There's explosive collars. There's a movie that just last night I turned on to watch for the first time, and then it was like the English dub version was the only one on Amazon. So then I went to like 3 different streaming services, and they were all the original, like they were all English dub. And then finally I found the proper English sub version. But by that point, I was like, it's too late.
It's too late.
So we're gonna have to give it another chance here soon. But 10 points there. You're back on the winning side. Got 20 points so far. Going on to question number 6, entering the second half of this trivia. In Blade Runner, what corporation created the replicants?
Okay, I should know this. Oh God, I should know this. I should really, really know this.
Take your time. We're in no rush.
That's true. Oh my gosh. What is the corporate? Oh my God. I wish you gave hints. It's not how it works, is it? No, it's not gonna happen for me. And then I'm just gonna get so annoyed after.
Well, okay, we'll give you no points for this one. If I was going to give a hint, I'd say just rearrange the letters of my name. You'll probably get there, but it's a Tyrell Corporation. The Tyrell Corporation. No points on that one.
This is going to be the one that upsets me.
Yeah, there's always those ones, and everyone always comes on here and says the same thing where they're like, people watching at home just don't understand how different it is when you're the one answering the questions. Like the most obvious ones that you think you know, it's just like some reason when the lights are on, it's just like just escapes you. You just don't know what the answer is. Going on to question number 7 here. In The Irishman, what is Frank Sheeran's job before joining the mob?
The one time I watched The Irishman was when it came out, which was what, in 2019,
I think.
Oh, okay. So
6 years ago.
That's what we're going off of. Cool. Was he I feel like was he in a trade? Was he in delivery? What is his job before joining the mob? I'm trying to go way back and think because that encompasses like a large amount of time, does it not? Oh man, and now I'm taking too long.
No, you can take as much time as you need.
Was he a delivery guy? I'm just gonna go with that. It's probably not it.
Yeah, I mean, I had on here as truck driver, but he was a truck driver making deliveries, so you got it right. So somehow that was just like buried in the back of your brain somehow.
How did that happen?
Where do you land on The Irishman? Fan of it? Not a fan of it?
I like The Irishman, although again, it's been so long and I only saw it the one time that who knows?
I'm a big fan.
I did like it.
rewatched it recently. I'm a big fan. The more recent I get, the more I'm starting to like new stage Scorsese a lot more than I used to give it credit for, like The Irishman and obviously Silence and Killer's Flower Moon.
Great.
All right, going on to the final general trivia question before we go on to a different style of format here. What is the password to enter the mask party in Eyes Wide Shut?
Damn it, I'm not gonna get this. I'm not gonna get this.
This one's definitely like you either know it or you don't.
No. I'm just gonna. It's not happening.
Well, the answer is Fidelio. Fidelio is the secret password to get in there. And yeah, again, question 8 is usually what I reserve for the tougher ones of the bunch. So you had 30 points so far. We have 2 questions left here with 35 more points up for grabs. Question number 9 is going to be a Letterboxd graph match. So we have The Fly, Nosferatu, the Murnau version, and Possession. And you have 3 Letterboxd graphs there of what the rating distributions are. You got to tell me which movie matches each.
Okay. This is frustrating because I literally just logged that Nosferatu like last week. So I saw it. This one's tricky because they're all kind of similar.
One is like even between the 5 and 4.5. One is a lot more 5s. One is barely a little more 5s. One is like mostly 5s.
I'm gonna go. I feel like this is a trick because one would think that Nosferatu being a classic, yada yada, would be B, but I'm gonna put Nosferatu at A. Or wait, can I revise?
Yeah, go ahead. You don't have to log anything in until you're ready.
Nosferatu at C. Possession at B. I feel like there are a lot of hardcore Possession fans. And The Fly would be at A. Hold on.
Yeah. See, it's tricky. It's like it's one of those where the more you look at it, the more kind of confusing it gets.
Well, I may eat my words, but I feel like Fly is definitely at A, which means the other 2 are really tripping me up. Because the reason why I'm refusing to put Nosferatu at B is because when I looked at the graph last week, I feel like it recalled something closer to C. Yeah, let's go with my original. guess, I guess.
What was your original guess again?
It was it was The Fly at A, Nosferatu at C, and Possession at B.
All right, locking that in.
I guess.
All right, you got one of them correct. You got Possession correct, and you flipped Nosferatu and The Fly, where you initially went Nosferatu A, and then you ultimately looked at it a little longer and flipped it with The Fly. But you got Possession right, that being the one with the most 5 stars, which I really need to see. I loved Isabel Adjani and Nosferatu the Vampire, which is obviously the other Nosferatu. But yeah, you got one right, tricky one, and then so I guess what the difference between The Fly and Nosferatu would have been, I guess Nosferatu has a little more 5-star reviews than the Fly, which I've not seen The Fly, so maybe I'll have to
it's fun.
Bump up some 5 stars on that. But now we're going on to the final question of this trivia quiz, and that is the guess the cast question. So how this is going to work is one by one, I'm going to reveal a cast member. You're just going to guess what movie it is. So the next slide will have one actor or actress, and you have to say guess what movie it is. You'll get one guess. If you get it right, cool, 20 points. If you get it wrong, then we subtract 5 points. We give you another cast member. We keep going until you get enough cast members where you're like, okay, I know what movie this is. So first up here, we are revealing Willem Dafoe. What Willem Dafoe movie am I thinking of? You just have to pick one.
Just any. I will say you are thinking.
Well, the only caveat, I guess, to make it fair is you have logged this. So like every movie will be from something you've logged on Letterboxd.
I mean, I could obviously go with Nosferatu. I'm going to go with The Lighthouse.
It is not The Lighthouse. Next cast member for 15 points, Margaret Qualley.
Okay. That is Poor Things.
Poor Things, locking that in?
Yeah.
Poor Things is correct. Now, it could have also been Kinds of Kindness, but I think Poor Things is probably the first. Well, even Emma Stone as well, all 3 of them. And, Yorgos seems like he's gotten his roster down. He's just going to keep mix and matching them to making movies. But you got 15 points there by getting it there. I was wondering if Kinds of Kindness would enter your mind and you start to be conflicted between the two. Because normally with these, I try and like to get like, if I can, 2 actors, the first 2 that like are in multiple things. So it's not just like a dead giveaway for that one. But again, I think Poor Things is most people going to jump to your mind a little quicker than Kinds of Kindness would. But you end this quiz with 50 points. So for this quadrant, you're the second person to go so far. Kit Lazer got 35. So right now you're in first place. So you're out of the 2 people so far, you're in first.
How did that happen?
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the 4 end up coming. But how we do this is on Tuesdays, we have the Trivia 10, which we did. And then on Fridays, we'll be going through 3 rounds of the Real Reveal game, which you and I will record right after this. But for viewers, you'll be watching on Friday. And it's going to be the average rating of your scores on today and Friday. So right now you're in first. We'll have to see how the rest of people go. But you're in a good spot. The top 4 out of the 6 are making it to the head-to-head playoff rounds. But you came in here. You were nervous. Didn't know what to expect. You ended up, so far you're in first place with a 50. So you got a 15-point lead. How are you feeling now that it's all said and done?
I'm feeling a bit better. That was easier than I thought it would be. I thought the questions would be harder, but I have, a bit of personal irritation that I got. 2 of those really bothered me that I got wrong. The Vertigo one and
the Blade Runner.
Blade Runner specifically, yeah.
Yep. Well, you got 50, and I think you did very well, and no need to be nervous, but we'll be back on Friday for the Real Reveal game. So if you want to play for yourself, watch us at home, moviereel.io. If you want to check out Marta McFly, you can check out all of her stuff in the description down below. With that, new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. Hit that subscribe button. We will see you then. Peace.
Thanks.